Hi, good morning. We're here at the Aurora Cultural Center, Saturday morning. I'm Bruce Cuthbert from AuroraClicks.com. We're here with Kristopher Kuysten of the Green Party. We're about to discuss the Green Party's platform, and let's let Chris elaborate on it a little bit. Chris, welcome aboard. Happy that you could be here.
Thank you, Bruce. This is a great opportunity for me to share my platform and share my vision for Newmarket-Aurora and Ontario.
Thank you very much. What we'd like to do is just start with you telling us a little bit about yourself and telling us how you became involved with the Green Party and decided to run in this election.
So I'm doing my PhD of economics at the University of Guelph. I just started this year. As well as I'm very active in the community, riding my bike, hiking. Basically I love the outdoors. I got into politics because I wanted to have a real change in what society values. Economics and a PhD in economics can only get you so far. Writing papers on your point of view, I believe that this will allow me to use my expertise in a powerful way to help Ontario reach their goals in every aspect of life. And the Green Party believes that individuals should be independent and should be guided through government to do the right thing and to support themselves. I fully support that, and I think that this opportunity has allowed me to show that to the citizens of Newmarket-Aurora.
Good. Well, thank you very much. What we're going to do is your party has a 5-point plan for success in this province, and what we'll do is we'll work through those 5 points and let you elaborate on them. The first point is creating jobs for a 21st century. And basically, what we'll discuss is that component of the plan. What the plan involves, and I'll let you talk about it, is fighting for good jobs in a fiscal responsible government, supporting entrepreneurs, developing youth employment opportunities by strengthening and updating the education system, and I'll let you elaborate that a little bit on yourself, on that a little bit. So go ahead, Kristopher.
First, we want to reduce payroll taxes so that will allow businesses to grow and for local businesses, entrepreneurs such as yourself, to hire more individuals. We also want to give students more practical skills by increasing their co-op opportunities and increasing internships and other such programs by offering companies incentives to take on these students and take on the initiatives. We find far too many times that individuals get a high school degree, they can't find a job that they like, they go to university, they graduate with high marks, still can't find a job that they like because they need a practical experience. We believe that this is unjust and we need to have a balance between education in the classroom and education and practical skills. So we will work with companies to do that. as well as decreasing personal taxes, which will allow individuals to buy more goods, essentially increasing the local jobs in the community, as well as reducing the red tape for entrepreneurs. There's lots of regulations that individuals have to jump through hoops to start a business or develop a new product. So we want to reduce that, and we want jobs for the 21st century. So we want more green energy jobs. We want to be Ontario. We want Ontario to be the place where the innovation occurs to power, to be a leader in green energy. And we will do this by offering tax breaks to these companies, by introducing a carbon tax to high polluters, and then turning around and giving this to small companies and research firms that support the use of green energy.
So that's an interesting point that you bring up. Part of your platform, you're going to not only introduce a carbon emissions tax, but you're also going to, and you call that a revenue neutral tax, because you're going to tax companies who produce pollution on carbon emissions and on waste, and you're going to turn around and give that to companies who don't do that. So it's a revenue neutral tax, because you're going to tax people who produce it, and you're going to give that back to companies who don't in tax credits. Is that correct?
Exactly, and even more so, we won't even collect the tax. We will have local businesses do it for us, since it's a revenue neutral tax. There's no point of having the government handling that money, and we just put the laws and regulations in place. We believe that this could be self-governed.
So how are the businesses going to collect the tax and redistribute it?
Well, there's several ideas that have been put on the table, such as just as you buy stocks and bonds for any other commodity, you could buy carbon bonds or carbon stocks or quotas, whatever you call it, and the companies that produce low emissions could sell to the high producing emissions companies so that everybody is buying by the laws of Ontario, and everybody's equal, so that the government doesn't have to be the middleman. They would just sell.
So it's just like buying and trading credits.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Now, the other thing too that you're proposing, along with what you mentioned about developing employment opportunities for youth, you're looking to freeze tuition for the school years, and you're going to index tuition increases, freeze tuition for 2012 and 13, and index tuition increases to the rate of inflation through to 2015. Is that correct?
Yes, we believe that this is a vital role. The Liberals want to reduce tuition. However, we want to ensure that there's a balance between in-class learning and outside class learning. But we believe that certain programs over the last 5 years have been increasing at 5% or 10% when inflation has been relatively low. So we believe this is unfair to our students and fair to our children. So we believe that it should be a stable, it cost to be stabilized.
One of the other things that, one of the other components of your program is to harness safe and affordable energy to power our communities. You want to prioritize the efficiency and energy conservation. You want to pursue a secure and financially responsible energy supply. One of the other things that you're saying is you want to implement a suitable transportation plan to reduce gridlock and lessen the impact of rising fuel prices. What I'd like you to do is just expand, first of all, on the first point. You're suggesting that you can implement a green building program. Let us know how you plan on doing that.
Well, I discussed a bit about it when I was talking about the jobs, but so we would further promote green energy solutions such as wind power and solar power, such as the Liberals have already done, but are threatening to be cut because it's been very costly. And we will extend that to the carbon tax because right now this is very costly and it doesn't make economic sense. We want to put a value to the rewards, to the other the environmental rewards that this type of services bring, as well as just educate the public what the difference between good sustainable power and not sustainable power. A lot of the other parties say that nuclear is a good, clean energy. However, we don't know what happens when a nuclear disaster occurs, or where we put that excess waste in nuclear power. So we still want to maintain a plant that we have, but we won't build any more plants for that.
So what you're saying is that you support the plants we have, but you also support the FIT program, where you would like to see the wind and solar energy phased in over a period of time, maintain the power we have, and your party doesn't support the removal of the HST on home heating and hydro bills. Is that correct?
Yes. One of the things that we believe strongly is that we have to tax the things we don't want and to try to attract the things we do want. So making hydro bills slightly higher allows the opportunity of small businesses to look at other ways to use energy as well as produce energy themselves.
Okay. As part of this program, you're also a big promoter of individuals supplementing their income by doing this themselves. In other words, you're very interested in having them have their own individual solar projects and their own individual wind projects. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, the foundation of it. we believe that the government can't, in no way that the government can solely produce this, as well as electricity loses its force if it's shipped across Ontario, and if we have local individuals taking initiative, then less power is lost, as well as everybody's taking part in the initiative, and it's not just the government stuff, huge infrastructure bill.
As part of this program, you are in favor of increased GO transit, increased train schedule. You're also, in previous discussions we've had, both through other interviews for the website, your contribution to the forum, and at different debates that we've been involved in and that you've done without my participation. You've been promoting different paths, bicycle paths, walk paths, and things of that nature. Do you just want to expand on your support of those things a bit as part of your clean energy and reducing the carbon imprint on the environment, please?
Yes, so our initiative is that we want to get people off the road, so if that means better GO train service, so be it, but we just want to get people choosing public transit. So that may include putting more buses on the roads in times when the Don Valley Parkway is clear, and we can go fast. We can move people quickly down that route. I'm a frequent user, and it's astonishing to me that it takes an hour to get to Newmarket on the GO train, but only 40 minutes on the GO bus when it's good, when there's very little traffic. So our plan is to not only extend the GO train service, but look at a whole system so that individuals can move from point A to point B as quick as possible. And we realize that point B is not always downtown Toronto. It could be here in Aurora, or it could be other places in the GTA. So we need to have a variety of different systems, such as local transit, as well as extension of the GO bus system and an extension of the GO train system. So we have a mixture of public transportation to eliminate the gridlock and reduce the number of drivers on the road. We also, as you mentioned, we are committed to spending 1% of our transportation budget on bike paths here in Aurora, as well as walking paths. It's astonishing. We have all these new houses in Aurora and Newmarket. However, we only have one side of the street with sidewalks, so we have bike paths, but we don't have. But the bike paths are just for recreation. They can't really get people from point A to point B as quick as possible. So we need to improve that here in Aurora and Newmarket.
One of the other things that's interesting, that none of the other parties, to my knowledge, have proposed is, excuse me, is tax credits for public transit users that, to my knowledge, has not come up before. That's something that I haven't seen. Moving on to the next component of your policy is stronger, feeding the community by stronger family farms. And part of that, what you promote within that is coordinating a comprehensive healthy food school program. There are other components about that, and such as setting measurable Ontario food purchasing targets for all public institutions. Do you just want to expand on that policy that you have there for the stronger family farms?
Yeah, we believe that we have a large chain grocery stores buying produce from far distance away, like Chile and the southern United States. We want to try and champion our local farms by allowing them to have better access to local grocery stores and local farms. We also realize that it is more expensive for farmers here to produce food, so we want to give these farmers tax rates and charge more for import food, as well as we want to try to reduce the amount of junk food that we intake. So we want to, if we look at Ohio, they introduced Coca-Cola tax on soft drinks, and that eliminated diabetes by 15%, and the tax is only 2 cents of every can. So we believe that we can follow in this footsteps and raise money, such as all the other policies, raise money in the same industry on the bad things and reward the good things. So better control of food, and just so individuals can start eating better, and therefore less strain on our healthcare system.
So that's consistent with your policy in terms of energy. You're going to tax the type of energy you don't want and reward the type of energy you do want. So you're carrying that philosophy over into the food industry and the family farms. You're going to tax the type of foods and products such as soft drinks and things like that harm the health and you don't want, and you're going to reward the producers of the food and healthy things that you do want.
Yeah.
Through tax credits and incentives to family farms and farmers.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. The also thing that you're going to do is you're going to create programs that stabilizing programs for farmers. You're also going to establish an Ontario Food and Farming Policy Council to coordinate planning across the province, so that the farmers can plan on more consistent crop production and distribution. Is that correct?
Yes, we believe weather in Ontario is unstable, and that we have to help these farmers in time in the years when the weather is bad, so that they can have a more constant crop yield, as well as greenhouses, so that they can produce all year round.
Moving on to healthcare. This is something else that your platform says that is very important. A lot of it's based on health promotion and illness prevention. You're also very high on reforming healthcare delivery and senior healthcare. Just expand on those things a little bit for me, please.
So we believe that healthcare should be delivered close to home, so increasing home care as well as increasing local clinics. One of the things we find is that hospitals are draining our resources because it has to be held to the highest standard. If we have more local clinics where individuals can go and get simple procedures done, then they can be more healthier and frankly get out to these facilities quickly and get problems resolved and therefore live healthier lives. I already mentioned a bit about healthier promotions such as more walking paths, more access to transit so that people are walking instead of taking the car everywhere, as well as eating healthier such as growing our food close to home.
That's where your tax credit on your taxes on unhealthy foods would come in as well?
Yeah, for sure. As well as increasing seniors' care by increasing the beds, long-term beds. I know a lot of people are stuck in hospitals because there's no long-term beds available, so we need to expand that and grow that.
Hospital beds are something like 460 a day. Healthcare beds in long-term care are 150, and home care is $60. Your plan also promotes the idea that you have home care, more home care for seniors.
Yes, yes, we want that.
Yes. Okay. Now, your last component here is delivering health government that works for people. And I guess the two components of that says that you ensure open and transparent and accountable government, and you're in backroom deals and no bid contracts. You just want to expand on that just a touch for me, will you, please?
So throughout the government history, there have been several scandals. E-health scandal is one of them, but there's many scandals. The Conservatives and the Liberals and the NDP all participated in Parliament. We believe in this day and age, the public has the right to know what's going on, and the public has the right to know when money is spent irresponsibly, as well as trying to reduce and eliminate these expensive ventures. So we want a fully transparent government that the public can see, oh yes, we spent $500 on this project because, and therefore the public is fully informed. All the other parties are fully informed of what the government is really doing and what we want to accomplish. We also want to work closely with all the parties in the legislature to form unique solutions that satisfy everyone in Ontario. So we are not just working for the people that voted for us, but everybody that lives in this great province.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in today, Kristopher. It was a pleasure to have you here.
I want to say thank you, and thank you for covering me on this campaign, and thank you for allowing me to participate in this and in the road clips.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.